What's going on, y'all? It's the At the Buzzer Sports Show featuring your hosts, King Will
and your girl Jess. So let's get it popping.
oh yeah, we're here for another fun fact show. A lot was going on while we've been gone. We appreciate y'all. Thursday we took a little time off because it was your boy King Will's birthday. Happy 39th to me. Getting old, about to be in them 40s. About to be in them 40s.
Young and great, young and great.
But
Let's
we
go.
are back. The Olympics are over with.
Ooh, Lord, it was stressful. Okay.
Ooh, was they? But before we get started, Jess, let's start off with our scripture.
Of course. So today's scripture comes from Psalm chapter 27, verse 14, which says, "Wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thine heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord." So basically all this is saying is, wait on the Lord when we want everything that we're a microwavable generation and we want everything to be nice and fast. And we don't want to wait. We want to wait on the Lord because sometimes something quicker may come, but it may not be from him and it may not last. So just stay patient, stay strong in him, and everything will work out for the best. So basically that's what, that means. So chapter 27 from Psalm verse 40. And from there, we get right into the show, right? So first thing is first. Let's go ahead and get started with one of the biggest questions that a lot of people are saying. Is Steph Curry the greatest point guard of all time? We have a lot of great ones in the NBA, but King Will, what do you think? Is he the greatest point guard of all time?
I've been saying Magic Johnson for years and years and years. I think it's time to say Steph Curry is the greatest point guard of all time. Magic is such a tough person to judge because honestly, he's a different type of point guard.
He was very transcendent as well. If you really,
he was, and you ain't gonna see too many 6'9" point guards like him. There's been a lot close. Penny Hardaway. K right now is 6'8". Everybody thought Ben Simmons. Some people say LeBron. I always thought LeBron was a more athletic Magic Johnson, not compared to Michael Jordan, game-wise. But I do think now it's time to say I think Steph legitimately has an argument to be the greatest point guard of all time. And I think he legitimately can say he's a top 5 player of all time. I've already got him in my top 10, but I don't know just what you think.
Well, are you saying that judging by the Olympics?
Watching him in the Olympics, and then when you think about his whole entire career of what he has done, especially during the quote-unquote LeBron era, he has prevented LeBron from winning a lot of championships. You could say the KD thing of this and that, but he proved he can win a championship by himself when he beat Boston. And then the Olympic thing, I think, just
was he by himself though?
Okay, you had Wiggins, but let's keep it real.
I wasn't thinking about Wiggins.
They was down 2-0, and I'm talking about the Boston City. This is after Kevin Durant left. They was down 2-0.
They weren't down 2-0. They were up. It was 1-1. Boston beat them, and then
no, they were down 2-0.
No, they weren't down 2-0. They weren't down 2-0. It was 1-1.
I remember it being 2-0. We're gonna keep looking.
Go ahead and take a look.
I am looking into that now, but. Steph, this Olympics, what we saw in the semifinals and the finals, the gold medal round, what he did.
What's his name was the most valuable though? LeBron was definitely the most valuable.
And I was gonna say yes. I am not gonna say I'm not LeBron fans. Excuse me. Don't come at me. Don't get mad at me. Hey, look. I said LeBron definitely is deserving. Personally, to me. I said that if I would have had a vote, I wish they could have kind of like split it. I think.
But it was just mainly that game. It was that game and the one before. But the whole time they was in Paris, it was LeBron was the most consistent.
But yeah, he was the most consistent.
A few bad games. He had well, I'm sorry. Up to Steph Curry standards, I think he had like 9 points, and then like one was like 8 or something. Like he didn't have a lot of.
He did not turn up to the semifinals. But then Kevin Durant also did his part too, though. And I thought all three of them could have split it. So,
but LeBron was the most consistent. As far
he definitely was the most consistent. I have no problems with LeBron winning. Let me just say that I have absolutely no problem with LeBron winning it.
Yeah, that's fine.
I just feel. Yeah.
But no, as far as the
So
question, I know you wanted it. I don't think he was. Did you check? I
yeah,
last time.
so they was down. Yeah, so I got the story crossed up. They were down 2-1, and then he told Boston they weren't gonna win no more.
Okay, that's what it was. Yeah, but they definitely at home. I remember they lost the first game,
Yeah,
and then they won
and
the
then they
second,
won the
and
second game
then
and
Boston
lost
won
the
the
third one.
third. I'm sorry.
And
Yeah,
then
and
Steph told them they weren't gonna win no more after that.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I just wanted to say like they weren't down 2-0. But
Yeah.
nah, as far as point guard is concerned, I still have Magic slightly, and that's not to be. I love Steph Curry. I was known as a pretty good shooter myself. I love shooters, but I'm just saying, as far as when I define the word point guard, I don't. I'm not. It's hard. I don't think he's like a point guard. Point guard. Like he's more of a.
Combo
He's not a
guard. He's a
two.
combo. He's a
Yeah,
combo guard.
he's a combo. Whereas
Yeah.
point guard, I'm thinking like a true. I'm thinking about true point
I mean,
guard.
yeah, point guards are tough
think,
because that's like Iverson. People count Iverson as a point. I technically count Iverson as a 2.
No, for sure. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
not a point guard. He was more, but people like to, I guess, because he was smaller than everyone
Because
else,
he was small.
which I guess, but he was more of a 2, and I count him as a 2. But yeah, but I guess if you want to go, if I was to choose which one I would count him as more as far as Steph Curry, I would count him more as a 1. But it's more of a, but he's more of a combo because like the assist doesn't blow me away like Magic.
But he does have playmaking skills though. He can't.
No, he has playmaking skills. I'm just saying, like, it's not point guard playmaking. It's more like, all right, cool.
So let me ask you something. But
ding, ding,
but then
ding.
going by that argument, would you put Chris Paul ahead of Steph Curry then? Because
as far
Chris
as
Paul
point
is a
guard,
pure point guard. Yeah, he's a pure point guard.
See, let me just explain this. How I judge point, I have like point guards, and then I have combo people who are or how can I say it? More basketball. Just basketball players, like how they're just a basketball player. They're not. They could play a lot of position. They could play a few positions. Whereas Chris Paul is more of a point guard, just like a 1 to me. Steph Curry is more of a. He could play 1, 2, and then randomly he could. He never done it, but let's say if he could play the 3, he's too short to play the 3. But I'm saying like if he was. Yeah, but I'm saying like if they was be like play the 3 for like a few possessions, it's not a big deal because like he could go back to the 1 or 2 real quick. But I'm saying like Chris Paul can't do that at all. So
I mean, combo guards
more
are
of a
tough.
1. That's what I mean. He's more of a combo to
it's
me.
like because it's like you can think of players like Steve Francis.
John Stockton was more of a point guard than Steph. Steve Nash was more of a point guard than Steph.
Yeah, you're thinking more of field generals.
Yeah, like floor generals
that keep field generals that keep. Yeah, those so if you're talking about pure point guards
to me, pure point guards to me are more of a Magic Johnson, John Stockton. What's his name that got the first triple double? Sorry, it starts with O. Oscar Robertson. Oscar could play 1 through 3, right? He could have. He was different as well. But what I'm saying is he was more of a point guard still. He still had he was more of a playmaking type of guy first and foremost before anything. More than Steph. Steph is still more of a scoring point guard more than just a pure point guard. That's how I feel about him. I'm not saying that doesn't take away that he's not that he can't pass the ball or nothing, but still, when you think of Steph Curry, then you think of he about to give 10 assists tonight. You don't. You think of he about to have about probably 5 threes. He could give you between 6 and 9 assists on a good night, but really, I'm saying that's not what he's there to do.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this: if they ask you right now to rank your point guards, regardless of how you feel, where do you put him?
He's on Mount Rushmore.
Where do you put him at?
I don't know. Tell you to rank your point guards, but to me, Magic Johnson's 1. And it's Isaiah Thomas. Even Isaiah Thomas, I think of him more as a passer than Steph, and he wasn't even. He was more of a scoring guard. But I'm saying like I still think of more passing with him. And handle and passing.
I wouldn't go that far.
What you thought of Isaiah Thomas then?
A scoring point guard, a scoring
point guard. But
so I want to say it's similar.
But I still feel like he was a more willing, like passer first than from the highlights. So I'm not gonna act like
I
I
think
was a
he's
lot.
I think he's just
I'm
as
not gonna
much
act
as a
like I was
willing passer
there.
as I think Steph is just as much as willing passer as Isaiah Thomas. They look to score first and then they look to pass second. I think
But I
it's the
also had
kind
to
of
be there.
reverse.
I guess I shouldn't talk on Isaiah Thomas because I'm not gonna act like I was there and I just see highlights. So it's kind of wrong of me to say that. So let me just not talk about Isaiah. But if I was to rank, it'd be Magic Johnson first. I guess I put Steph at 2 because I just seen him more. And
Mm.
then 3, I would put Isaiah Thomas. And then 4, Gary Payton gets an honorable mention for me. My husband will kill me
Jason
because I was like,
Kidd.
oh, I'm sorry, Jason Kidd is my favorite point guard of all time. But I don't have him ahead of Magic
Yeah,
and not even ahead of Steph, but he's more of a pure point guard
he
than
definitely was.
Steph. So, and then he'll score his little 15, 16 points every now and again, but that wasn't his repertoire. That wasn't what he was out there to do. So,
Yeah.
um, I don't know. For me, no, he's not the greatest point. To answer your question, Steph Curry's not the greatest point guard to me. But I do have him behind Magic. But it's close though, and he doesn't have to win more championships, in my opinion, to be. Look, I don't argue with you. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, they be like, yeah, Steph Curry's so much better than Magic. I'm gonna be like, I disagree, but I'm not gonna be like, I'm not gonna argue because I understand why
No,
people
yeah,
may
yeah, yeah,
say
yeah,
that. I
yeah,
understand it, but and by the way, I'm not gonna act like I was there for Magic doing his thing. I'm just looking
yeah.
at, but I'm not gonna act like I was either with let's just like him and Isaiah. But like I can't ignore what I've seen, not just highlights, but
Mm-hmm.
I have seen games as far as like the full, they got full games everywhere. And I've seen him
Mm-hmm.
and he's like very what I would want my prototypical point guard to be. When I think
Mm-hmm.
of who I want my prototypical, when you think of who you want your your prototype for your point guard, you think of Steph Curry now more than Magic Johnson?
Well, in today's game, yeah.
Okay, not for today's game, just who you will want your personal point guard to be.
But see, that's what I'm saying. It's so one. Magic
Yes, they're
Johnson's
playing
such
different
a
eras,
rare.
but
Magic Johnson's such a rarity. You ain't gonna find Magic Johnson because, like I said, we thought
and
Ben
that's another
Simmons
reason why I would
is.
put him high too.
But then
But that's
look. I don't think we're gonna find more Steph Currys. I
no,
mean, we
I
got
mean
people
like as a
who's
shooter,
trying as a
as a
shooter.
shooter
There's
though. Yeah, no, as a shooter, I don't think we're gonna see one in a huge long time unless you plan on watching Caitlin Clark for the next 15 years. Then, because that's what they say. She's the Steph Curry of this
yeah,
era.
Steph
So,
Curry.
but yeah, that's my answer.
Yeah.
And it's not bad I mean, I'm with it. For me personally, is Magic. So,
So the men's were playing France in the gold medal game in a very, very, very good game. USA had to fight two. I think the Serbia game might have been tougher than the France game. Serbia really they had to really grit and grind to
France was
do
there
that one.
though.
Serbia
France
had them
was
down
going
20 though, but Serbia had them
there.
down
Okay,
by 20 though.
it wasn't 20.
So
I think it was like 15, but still,
it
it
was
was a
up
lot.
there. It was up there. So Jess, what are your takeaways from the U.S. France game, man? What do you think the U.S. team is going to look like in 2028?
My takeaways were that Steph Curry showed why he is great. He had
Mm-hmm.
not just when I think about clutch, I think people, it was like, was it last year or the year before, they was like he hit his first clutch shot at the last second. I think that was like his first
Mm-hmm.
time hitting it or something like that. It was something like that where he hit his first shot at the buzzer to win a game.
Mm-hmm.
But to
Yeah.
me, the most impressive is like what someone could do, like what Steph did against France, whereas it went back to back to back, and he was hitting shots to put him away before the buzzer
Mm-hmm.
was sound. That is the clutches of clutch to me, and he proved once
Yeah.
again why he is who he is. And he said he
Mm-hmm.
wasn't leaving without a gold medal, and I respect that, and I'm happy that he did it for the sake of my cardiac arrest. I really appreciate that.
Exactly.
So yeah, and I'm sure the whole
Exactly.
squad appreciates him for that. He told them night night, but Victor Wembanyama, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, he's gonna be the face, and he's proven that. And he says everyone should be scared and worried, and I actually believe him. If he's gonna continue to be skillful and tighten up his game, and maybe get a few more pounds on him,
Mm-hmm.
he's going to be like a different type of unstoppable. I'm not gonna say Wilt numbers, because the talent level in today's NBA is a little bit different than back then. But he will still, he could still average. I think he could average about 30, 35, possibly average 6-7 blocks a game. Like he's that great of a defensive presence, and maybe even 15 rebounds a game. Like I think we're going to see a new coming from him. So I like him a lot. But yeah, back to USA. They took care of business. I'm happy for them. I'm happy for myself. I'm happy for Steve Kerr. You know, he showed himself this he showed himself out this
USA need a new
Olympic.
coach. They need a new coach.
I don't think he's going to do the next. I heard he's not going to do the next one. So
I wouldn't.
But they look good. I'm happy for them. But as far as the next 2028, it's going to be very interesting. I mean, LeBron's going to act like he's going to play. He's not. If he does play, wow. Congrats to you at 43. Maybe
he'll be 43. He'll be 43.
Yeah. I mean, football's a quarterback.
He ain't playing that long. He ain't playing that long.
Okay, and then now KD is a little iffy because he likes to play whenever, however, whenever, whatever. So
I think KD
but he'd be 39. But he'd be 39.
He'll be 39.
I'm not sure. AD's
tricky. AD's tricky.
I think Steph is one or done.
Steph said he's one and done. Steph said
he's one and done. AD possibly. I think he's probably. This is my opinion. I think he's going to look at the roster and then make his decision. That's what I think. Joel Embiid. He says he's going to play for Cameroon, right? Probably.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect Embiid to come back. I wouldn't expect.
So it's going to be looking like Bam. Chet.
Paulo,
and
Evan Mobley. I like Evan Mobley.
Probably Evan Mobley and Jason Tatum. Probably right. Jaylen Brown this time.
Cade Cunningham.
Probably that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say we're gonna lose, but
let's
the way that the global is looking.
If we can get Ja away from the guns, we can have Ja Morant.
Okay, we have Ja.
If we can get Zion away from the Instagram girls, we can have Zion.
Or not just that, if he could get away from the gumbo.
And the gumbo and the food, you'll have Zion. I think Jalen Duren from
I like him.
Detroit. I think he's at Detroit, if I remember. Yeah, Detroit. He's a good big. Jabari Smith is a good big.
But Jalen Williams from OKC, is that him?
Jalen Williams, that's another good one. That's another good guy.
They have I'm not gonna disrespect y'all. The USA will look good. It's the fact that the globally they're gonna look just as good to me. So that's why I'm like, it's not gonna be no. Well, they should win.
Well, the only team I think we all worry about is France. I think we all worry about France. Canada.
I told you Serbia was going.
Serbia was good, but let's keep it 100. They need Jokers to play in 4 years.
They will need Jokers.
If Jokers don't play, it's a wrap. If Jokers don't play, it's a wrap. And
Germany was good.
And Jokic for y'all know he led in points, rebounds, and assists in the Olympics. Honestly, he should have probably been the MVP, but hey, he didn't take it to the gold medal. But once again, Jokic is proving more and more and more that he is legitimately a top 10 player all time.
They could win. Someone that wins the bronze could win the MVP.
I think that I don't know. I'll say that, and that's probably why he didn't win. But the fact that he led in points, rebounds, and assists in the entire Olympics is amazing and not talked about.
Look, he don't look like he in shape, but honey, he gets up and down with no problem. Unlike the other one that they say is better than him, but that's cool.
Yeah. Exactly.
So the next one, right?
Yep. The women's. This one was really exciting. The women's US.
That wasn't exciting to me. I was over there sweating bullets. I was like, y'all need to get it together.
So the first thing, let's get it out of the way. Do you think if Caitlin Clark played on this team, would it be different?
Oh Lord. Well, considering how I'm just gonna be honest, considering how because that's all I know how to be. Defensively, what was she gonna do? But not just for her to defend someone. how they were going to defend her, because she's already irritated by the WNBA stuff, like how they touch her and stuff. You saw how physical that game was.
Oh yeah.
And then the turnovers was high. She already leads the league in turnovers. What was she? I mean, I'm just saying, I think she, Kaylin, I know you're a generational talent. And if you ever see this in life, just know that I know that about you. But
We
I
got
don't
faith in
think
you in
we got
2028,
fit.
not
But
this year.
2028 is yours. Prove everyone wrong that you can be able to handle the defensive, like the what's it called, the physicality, excuse me, because that's what it was. It was very, the refs, I never seen any women's Olympic match be this physical. I couldn't believe how they was letting, but respect to them, they were letting them play both ends until the fourth quarter. I thought they was trying to cheat, because then they started just
Oh yeah,
giving,
there definitely
then
was
they
some
started
questionable
just,
calls.
I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
really, y'all. But if Caitlin Clark was on the team, honestly, I think she probably would have fouled a lot. And I don't think it, I think it would, if, I mean, she probably would have hit a three here and there. I still don't know if she would have played that much. So that's
I
the
was gonna
part that
say
I'm
I don't, the way the Olympic coach, and I can't, her name leaves me for right now, but
oh,
the way
Cheryl
she was,
Reeves.
yeah, Cheryl Reeves, the way she was running rotation, I don't think she would have played, because Reeves' rotation was, especially in that gold medal game, was quite questionable. Like I somewhat understood why she didn't play Brittany Griner that much in the goal, because
Because
France would have
their bigs
probably
were
pulled
very
her
up and
out.
down. They were running
Athletic, they
around.
probably would have pulled
Yeah.
out. But I think you could have still used her, because you could have caused them to get in foul trouble, because they would have had no answer for her in the post. I didn't
Yeah.
understand why Drew Lloyd didn't play. Um,
Yeah. Diana
I didn't
Taurasi
understand.
not giving her at least a couple of seconds would have been fine. The reason
Tarazi
why I
makes
would have,
sense.
the
Tarazi
reason
makes
why,
sense a little bit.
but a little bit only because she old. But besides the
Yeah,
fact she gonna give you a couple three, I bet she would have hit a couple shots because they were out
yeah,
there bricking in the first half. I think she would at least gave him a little bit of spark, because when when she gets going and
yeah.
people get a little excited. So I
But
think that would have helped them
I,
out.
I don't think she would have made any difference, because this team was honestly led by Asia Wilson and Breonna Stewart, who are 1 and 2, probably the best
Well,
players
not
in
and
the
well
league.
in that game, it was
Well, yeah,
Kalia Copper,
yeah, Kalia
and Asia.
Copper, yeah, Kalia Copper and Asia. But like I said, Asia and Brianna carried them all the way through. Brianna
No,
kind of
no.
struggled in the gold medal game. Yeah, she definitely
Well,
did.
let me just say the defense she had. Let me just
Yeah.
Brianna. So her defense was great in the gold medal game. She had a big block with like against the little shooter. I was like, oh,
Mm.
that was a big block, Brianna. Like that was big. So I feel you, but I don't. Okay, overall, I'm happy for them. They got, look. I'm
Mm.
sure they take the win. I would take the win over anything.
Mm.
So they got it done. Gabby Williams. I know Chicago
Woo!
Sky got her a
Woo!
few years back, and then I don't know if you saw the exchange between her and Angel Reese. She
Yeah, I
explains
saw.
why.
She said they kind of
Yeah,
did it wrong.
yeah.
They did it
So,
wrong.
but she is really good. I
Yeah.
know she was with Seattle Storm for a little bit too. I'm pretty sure a WNBA team will be reaching out to us soon. So,
Yeah, I read
she's
already it
really
was
legit.
San Antonio, LA, and New York are the 3 teams they're in the
You
lead
mean
for.
Vegas? San Antonio don't have
I
a
mean,
team
excuse
right
me,
now.
not Vegas. Yeah, Vegas. Yeah,
Oh
Vegas.
Lord, if Vegas get
Yeah,
up, what the?
yeah, Vegas.
Okay,
That's where it is.
Vegas. Okay, or even New York. New York could use her. But okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure she
So,
would be
so
fine
let me
because she's
ask you
really good.
this: so, if we was looking at the men's United States, and you would say
Come on,
LeBron,
2028.
no. This is a different question. If
Oh,
we all say, look, we all know what a fan I am, but let's just say this: if we say LeBron is the GOAT and Steph Curry is the second GOAT of this generation, and we put Steph and LeBron in the top 10 of all time,
he's not my
what do
height.
what do we think about Breonna Stewart and Asia Wilson? Are they now officially in top 10 of all time territory if you look at their entire careers?
In mine, or just or am I going by numbers and all
I
that?
mean, just honestly, what you think? Do you think there are both of them
Uh,
are in the top? And
well,
let's just not
I tell
say
you
top
this.
10 WNBA players.
Okay. Well, I tell you this. I think when it's all said and done, Asia Wilson will be the GOAT of the whole basketball, like of women's basketball. I think she will be.
over
I think
over
I think over
overall.
everyone. Overall, I think she'll be the GOAT. I think
Mm,
numbers wise, championship wise, especially if she gets this three-peat, and I don't even want to talk about if they get a four-peat, like the Houston Comets, that will put her at least in Mount Rushmore territory. Especially if I know to me, she should be unanimous MVP. I think most people feel like she should be. So she'll get a third MVP. She probably, I heard I don't blame them. She's ranking high on defensive ratings as well. She could get another defensive player of
defensive
the
player of the
year,
year.
which would
Yeah.
be her third. That's a lot. Like, and I think Cheryl Swoops already has 3. Like, I think she'll either tie her or something like that. But anyway, yeah, I think she'll definitely be around Mount Rushmore status. Breanna Stewart, to me, and I understand, I think she is already top 10.
You think she's already
In
top
my
10 at
opinion,
least?
I think
At
she's
least.
already top 10 at least. If she's not in anyone's top 10, I feel like she should be at least top 15. Because she definitely, her resume speaks for herself. She has like
Oh
3
yeah.
MVPs. Sorry, she has 2.
Yeah.
She has 2 MVPs. The only finals, she's been to 3 finals. She has 2. And the first time she ever lost in the finals was last year against Vegas.
Against
She
Vegas.
swept
Yep.
everyone in the finals. And then we all know about her collegiate career, how she's like a monster. So, because she's never lost really, except for maybe 2 games. But she's won every championship, every National Player of the Year award, Defensive Player of the Year award. Like, she has the resume to be top 10. So in my opinion, she's already top 10. So
I agree. Yeah. I say Breanna Stewart is already top 10, and that's if you just count the WNBA. And then when you
Asia,
throw in her college,
yeah,
it
her
gets
college career is crazy.
really her college career is crazy. Asia,
her resume is crazy. No, I don't know if you've seen her resume. Her resume is crazy.
To say she is the greatest, and maybe this is the same issue I'm having with Michael Jordan being the GOAT in my heart, and I can't see anyone catching Michael Jordan. I don't see anybody catching Cynthia Cooper.
Well, that's
If
been
we talk
her and
about
Candace Parker been my goats for a while, but I'm just
I mean,
saying, like,
I think it's Cynthia Cooper, and no one's close.
Well, that's because she was Cynthia, Miss Cooper. I know she was 38 killing people, so I get it. And I hope to see a 30 for 30 of that Houston Comets team, because I think it would be wonderful to watch. Because I think
they are doing one.
The new generation. Okay, cool. The new generation needs to know about that team. And I think her and Cheryl Swoops is a top 5 duo ever for me. A top 5 duo ever. They both dominated, won MVPs together and everything. While they were playing together, that's how dominant they were. So, I mean, I have no issue with anyone saying Cynthia Cooper is the GOAT. But Asia Wilson's resume, and if she is, let's just say she 4-peats. Let's just hypothetically. Then what? And if she gets this MVP, and then let's just say, because I think Cynthia Cooper only has 2 MVP, or is it 3? Either way, it's 2 or 3. But let's just say she tie her or pass her. That would be helpful for her case. That's all I'm saying. So,
no, I agree. I agree. It's tough. Let's to wrap it up real quick.
Yeah.
This is what I think about the 2028 squad.
2028 squad.
I saw a list. Tell me what you think. Jackie Young, Caitlin Clark, Juju, Kelsey Plum, Paige Beckers, Sabrina, Asia Wilson, Aaliyah Boston, Angel Reese, Breanna Stewart, Cameron Brink, Nafisia Collier. Do you think that would probably be more likely the squad? Oh yeah,
probably. Probably. It sounds right, unless anyone get injured. But I'm pretty sure they'll still be cooking. Now, if France and them is playing this good, and then they globally, everyone else continue to catch up, there's going to be a lot of closer games. But I think they could win, though. They definitely talent wise, yes. And hopefully Dawn Staley did the Tokyo Olympics, I think, as head coach. I hope she does it again. So, and let me just say this about Cheryl Reeve. Cheryl Reeve should know how to. I don't know if you know, but I think you know. She coached the Maya Moore Lynx teams to championship.
Oh, I remember. She was in Minnesota. Yeah,
she's still in Minnesota. She still coaches the BC Collier and they have like a third best record in the league. I'm just saying, like, she knows how to coach. Like, so I'm just confused on what she was doing.
She made a lot of questionable decisions. But you know what? To wrap it up a little bit after this, coaching the U.S. Olympic team is tough, and even I think for Steve Kerr is tough because an all-star game is easy because no one's taking it serious. This is like an all-star team that's taking it serious, and some people just ain't gonna play. And
I don't know if I've seen that before, though.
For the coaches, it's if you do everything right, it's because you had an all-star team. If you do everything wrong, you're trash. So,
yep, can't really win, but they'll get it together.
So,
it should be
next.
Exciting.
Noah Lyles did not complete the double that we all thought he was going to get after winning the bronze and 200. I mean, we all thought he was going after he won the 100. We thought for sure.
I thought
he
won
the 200 was his.
I thought the 200 was more than 100. Honestly,
yeah. But unfortunately, he had bronze. He had COVID, and which may or may not cause his bronze performance. And then there was quite of an interesting rumor coming out that he felt like he did not need to go to Anthony Edwards' shoe release because Anthony Edwards never made it to the finals. He did came out and deny and say he did not say that and that it was a scheduling issue, the reason why. But Jess, what do you think we have learned about Noah Lyles in this Olympics?
I mean, Noah Lyles is gonna Noah Lyles. I mean, he's gonna cause you to talk about him. And I think he likes that. And I'm kind of upset at myself for talking about him because I think he, even though he may not see this, I'm pretty sure he likes the fact that we're talking about him. So I just feel like the COVID thing, he said he had COVID. Okay, cool. Even he's a world-class athlete, so him being jumpy and all that and then running doesn't, at first I was like, why? Because I know when I had COVID, I definitely couldn't do none of that, so God bless. But I'm also not a world-class athlete though, so I don't know if maybe it's because like he just got that extra, he just built like, he's built different and he has like I'm saying, like he's athletic, so it doesn't bother him that fast. But then again, he had it 2 days before, so I don't know. I hate to say someone was faking sick, so I just don't know. Go ahead and take over. I don't know. I hate to say that about someone. So, but he definitely. But as far as that's concerned, he won the 100.
I just didn't like the timing. Congrats to him. He won the 100. You don't have COVID. We don't hear nothing about COVID till you lose the race.
And then he was dancing.
And then you was doing all the hype dancing. My question is, if you would have won with the COVID
yesterday, a couple days ago.
Yeah, yesterday. But he posted the negative test, which made me even question because I felt like he did that to let us know, like, oh, by the way, I'm negative COVID. So if y'all see me partying, there's like, look, bro. I agree with Lover of Love right here. He is a sore loser in a cornball, flat out. And I get it. I get it. You have to find a way to bring attention to yourself because at the end of the day, Olympic athletes don't get paid like typical professional athletes. They live off of sponsorship. And the new age athlete now, social media and TikTok is now a big point to promote yourself more. So yes, he's doing all this, but if you're gonna do this, you gotta win. And you gotta win. Flat out.
What saved him is that, he won the 100. So we're gonna give him some props on that. And then the 200,
barely.
I mean, look, a win is a win, just like the U.S. women.
Yeah, that's true.
Women
won. A win is a win. A win is a win. That's true.
They barely won, but at the end of the day, they got a gold medal. So I mean, now let me just say this: the fact that you win a race by. It's a foot race, but not determined by your feet is crazy. I just wanted to. I know.
I mean, yeah.
I know.
And what people don't know, your chest and head, torso and up counts over your feet,
and that's what had him win over.
That's what had him win.
The Jamaican young man.
Head, that big old swole Jamaican sprinter.
Yeah, because his feet didn't cross. The Jamaican dude foot crossed before him, and I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, it was his torso. So that's exactly what what got him to win. And then, I mean, at the end of the day, he still medaled in the 200. Honey, I would be happy with my bronze, because honey, I'd be like,
I mean, no,
I
like I mean, you
I'll be
remember I
after my
said
little bronze.
the issue we have with Olympics sometimes with a lot of our athletes is we only celebrate when people honestly win golds, and we need to celebrate when they win medals. Period.
That's not
Period.
hard.
I mean, and it really depends, because men's basketball, if they don't win gold, we always say they're a failure. And I think Noah Lyles brought that pressure on him that, yeah, we expected him to win gold. That, that's why we kind of look at him like, oh, you came in third in bronze, which is still an accomplishment. But
it's still an accomplishment. He still got a gold though, so that's the reason. That's what saved him. Yeah, he still has a gold.
That's what saved. He still has a gold.
It is what it is.
And even though they didn't do nothing in the 4x100 relay.
And he wasn't there, and I'm sure he was like, if I was there, it did. So it is what it is. Which, that was Christian Coleman's poor thing. He gave that wasn't the way he gave the baton. It just, But
and we with far leading to the next topic, because we all know really the ladies of track and field in the ladies period.
Oh wait, did you want to mention? Do you think? Let me just ask. Fine, I'll just ask. Do you think Tyreek can beat Noah in a race? Because Tyreek Hill said that he could beat Noah Lyles in a race. I just wanted, it goes together. I just wanted to do real fast. Yes or no?
No. Look, man, Noah Lyles is Noah Lyles. He can be what you want to say, blah, 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 blah.
We all know there's a difference between
track speed and football. Hey, don't get it twisted. Tyreek Hill,
he can beat the women.
Fast. He is extreme. And I do think Tyreek Hill, if he probably really worked on it, could have probably been a world-class Olympic sprinter, because I think he owns a state record in Georgia. Shout out South Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Where Tyreek Hill from? You know where the best athletes come from? South Georgia. But
there's nothing to do but run.
Beat Noah Lyles.
There's nothing to do in South Georgia.
First of all.
So it's nothing to do but be a great athlete. Congrats. Like Kwame Brown, right? He went there.
Yeah, Kwame. Adam Wainwright from South Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Do I got to keep going? It's a bunch of us down there.
But yeah, he ran a 10-3 at Tyreek Hill, and recent. I think they showed him running. His form is horrible, by the way. But hey, I'm just saying he ran a 10-3.
That's what I said. He could possibly be a world-class sprinter if he really trained on it, because he is extremely fast. Don't get it twisted. But he's not. Just like he thought he could beat Usain Bolt, he's not beating Noah Lyles.
Yeah, I just ignored that one. But yeah, okay, cool. So yep, next topic. We're going to talk about, to me, who's the best out right now is Sydney McLaughlin. Levroni, I believe that's how you pronounce it. I'm sorry, Sydney. I love you and you love Jesus, so forgive me. So it ended up being, she ended up being the GOAT of track, period. Like, at least for women.
That's tough for me too.
I'm just saying, let me just say,
I'm another one.
She's never lost since 2019.
The historian in me is still saying FloJo and Jackie Joyner-Kersee.
Okay, and I get it, and they deserve all their flowers. But listen, she hasn't lost a match since 2019.
No, she's definitely up there, top 5 GOAT. But give me FloJo and Jackie Joyner-Kersee. Oh,
but they say FloJo was juiced.
Is there any proof?
Well, she died before they tried to do it.
Hey man, there's no proof. Just like y'all be lying on my boy Barry Bonds with no proof.
That's not a lie. Barry Bonds was juiced.
Did he fail a test?
Yes, that's how they know.
He didn't fail a test. They just thought he did. He never know. Look it up. Barry Bonds has never officially failed the test. The only thing he said he used was the clear and the cream, but they couldn't even prove anything with that, like actually injecting itself with steroids. The cream, yes, that was the cream.
I'm sorry, I heard about a cream. What kind of steroid is that? The cream gets you strong?
So what it was. So steroids don't technically make you stronger. What they do is heal you quicker so you can work out more. So what the cream was doing was healing the muscles quicker from the strain of working out, and then working out. I mean, it's that don't count. Yeah, but I mean, a lot of that gets kind of tricky, human growth hormone and all that. But Barry Bonds has never failed a test. You know what I'm saying? It's all speculations.
Mike Trout apparently is Better than Barry Bonds from all the stuff I've seen.
Sydney McLaughlin maybe if she runs next year, which because I'm ignoring that.
It's not my
I'm
fault.
ignoring.
That's what they
I'm
say.
ignoring it.
That's
I'm
what they
ignoring
say.
that.
It's not
I'm
me.
ignoring it. They don't know what they talking about anyway.
Well,
But
what Mookie?
Mookie,
Mookie.
they
Mookie Betts, or whoever, all the other baseball people, they had Mike Trout ahead of him. And then how about ESPN? Remember that?
they don't like Barry Bonds. No one likes Barry Bonds. I didn't say he was a great person. He's a great baseball player. He's not a great person, and people don't like him, and that's why people say goofy stuff like this. But my question about Sydney McLaughlin, because she's the hurdler, if I'm correct, right?
Yeah, she's a
Why?
hurdler, but she
Why
runs the 400.
why does she not run the 400 though?
She
Because
did. You didn't see her run the 400 relay. She set a record.
no, I'm saying, but that's what I'm saying. She didn't do it for the individual, from my understanding. And from my
Yeah,
understanding,
she
what
can
she
though.
ran in the relay, she ran the fastest time that won gold
Yeah,
medal. So
she did.
I'm curious about that. But I will
So
say
you want her
she's
to do
definitely
more
going.
events? You want her to run more events? At least I
It's
don't know
going.
about the 200 or 100. Some people just can't run that. But I can
Yeah.
understand the 400. If she do the 400,
Yeah,
like, because to me, Allison Felix will always rank high to me because she did pretty
yeah,
much everything and won in everything and has the most medals and pretty much for American track history. Yeah, American track history, she has the
yeah.
most medals. So for me, Alice Felix will always rank high, and she's a class act. But Sydney McLaughlin, if she runs the 400 by individually, and she wins, especially if she wins the gold in it, it's going. I mean, yeah. But yeah, but I feel you though. Jackie, Flojo, those were all beasts, especially at a short in a short amount of time. So I feel you on that. So, but yep, y'all let us know what y'all think. If Sydney is like that, feel like she's like going to be the GOAT for the women, at least,
I'll say this:
So,
2028. If she dominates like the way she dominated this track, she's gonna have an argument. She's gonna have we gonna have to really talk about it.
yeah, because
Like
4 goals is kind of crazy.
yeah, like right now she's at the whisper level. Like, hey, yo, you think this? It ain't ready to say out loud. But if she dominates in LA in 2028, that's gonna be a lot louder. Where we're gonna have to really put that into consideration. And we're
Yeah,
gonna have to
no,
really
I
look
feel
at
you
that.
on that. But
So
yeah, so next on up, I have a game. I love my games, guys. And I
game.
want King William to stop
Not
me
my real name.
if a player is better than. So I want you to be like red light if a
I
certain
got you.
player, yeah, if a certain player is better than this player I'm going to say,
I
and
got you.
then go green light if the player that I am going to say that is if they are better than the player I put them up against. Okay, so stop me because this is gonna be fun and I know you're gonna piss me off. Stop me if a player is better than Jason Tatum. Oh my gosh, I know you can't wait for
Oh
this.
God. Here we go. Here we
Okay,
go.
Luca. So
Stop.
stop me. Okay, before I go on, I want to say this. People always love to talk about doing it on both sides of the floor and how that makes people a little bit better. Luca does not. Luca defense
Stop.
is dookie juice, and you know it. But you will say for other people that are better defense, are better defensively, you'd be like, oh well, yeah, they better on both sides. But
No.
Luca,
I'll give it
oh
to
my
you.
gosh. Oh, okay. I
So
just wanted
I
to
give it
point
to
that
you,
out. You could say Luca's better.
Tatum is a good defensive player. That is very well. Luca is so offensively better than him, and so makes his team so much better than him.
Okay,
It
I give you that
overrides
one.
his
I give it so
defensive
much
play.
better, but offensively, let's stop. It's not that much better. Offensively,
He's
his moves and
yes,
everything is not
yes,
that much better. Tatum just
yes.
settles for maybe the dumb turnaround.
Last shot of the game. You giving the ball to Tatum or Luca?
Okay, fine. I'm in my head right now. I'm giving it to Luca, but
Thank
at
you,
the end of
thank
the
you,
day,
thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you,
that doesn't prove anything. Well, it kind of does, but still,
thank you.
we always talk about both ends on the floor, and Luca is there. Like if you like getting
So
switched,
okay,
getting one of these.
Tatum is such a good defensive player. Tell me some great defensive things he's done. Why hasn't he
I
won?
mean, some things is all
Like,
about the eye test. He knows how to sit down. And that's a fact. You've seen it.
And you know what? You could definitely be a great defender when you're like the third or fourth best defender on your team. So you have to worry about the third or fourth best player because Drew, he's not better defender than Drew Holiday.
But before Drew was there, it was just him and Jalen.
He's not a better defender than Derek
Marcus
White,
Smart
and
was there, but
he's not a better defender than Jalen Brown.
He's just as good. No, he's just as good defensively.
No.
Yes, he is. Well, not Jalen Brown, but some other players like Derek White. I feel like he's just
he's so great he couldn't get.
And then Jalen Brown,
he couldn't get off the bench. He was so great he couldn't get off the bench for the.
Now see that was just straight up hate and pettiness because that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
That's how great was. Derek White and Drew Holiday were getting more times than Jason Tatum, but that's our guy. That's our guy.
No,
the beige mamba. The beige mamba. That's what y'all call the beige mamba.
Okay, stop me if he. Okay, player better than Jason Tatum. You said Luka. Stop. Luka's better. Okay, cool. LeBron.
Stop.
Okay, Kevin Durant.
Stop.
Ja Morant.
Stop. Ja Morant's better.
This man hasn't played in a full year, and you have the nerve. See the disrespect. I just can't believe the disrespect. Okay,
Jason Tatum is just a great, outstanding man who knows not to touch a gun. Ja Morant hasn't figured that out yet.
That's not. Now, see, now you just hating the man. All right, Jalen Brunson. You want to say stop, but you have to say go right now, even though.
Keep going.
Okay. Anthony Davis.
Stop.
Now you know, Don.
Stop. Anthony Davis when he is healthy and playing.
Okay, forget the health. Well, right now,
he's a top 5 player.
He's not better than Tatum right now.
Better defender.
Jalen Brunson only forget the defending part, just for the team aspect of him making his teammates better. Jalen Brown, you brought up that for Luka. Jalen Brunson does that for the Knicks. He makes his teammates better, and he actually carries a whole lot, especially down the stretch. And especially, you can still say Jason Tatum's better. I'm just saying, if you want to go down that route, then Jalen Brunson.
And I'll say this about Anthony. The reason why I have Anthony Davis over Tatum, it's kind of the other side where I say Luka. Anthony Davis is such a defensive force, and such a defensively better player than Tatum. When you come talking about shot blocking and everything,
he plays in a different position. That's dumb. Don't say that. Blocking shots.
Give me Anthony Davis.
That's a defensive.
Give me Anthony Davis.
Anyway, Kawhi Leonard.
They both 6'10". Stop.
No, they're not both those 6'10".
Jason Tatum is 6'10". Jason Tatum is 6'10".
No, he's not 6'10".
Jason Tatum.
You just been off tonight.
He is not. Off. Look, I know they got to listen to 6'8", 6'9". I'm trying to tell you, Tatum is 6'.
You saying it like you stood next to the man. Tell me something I don't know.
He's 6'10".
And Kawhi Leonard, you're bugging. How in the world? Now this one is it Shay? Shay. This one is
Shay Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah.
Give me Shay.
Okay, that one is understandable. I actually give that one. Now Kawhi, what the world's wrong with this man in life? Okay. Anywho, Paolo.
Keep going.
Okay. Donovan Mitchell.
Keep going.
Okay, got a little respect. Devin Booker. Don't judge by the Olympics.
Keep going.
I'm actually shocked. I thought you was gonna say stuff.
Keep going.
Austin Reeves. I just want to know if you was gonna be disrespectful. I just wanted to know if you was gonna be disrespectful.
I'm not gonna be that disrespectful. Keep going.
Okay. What's the Kyrie? Sorry.
Stop.
Really? Mm-hmm. No, that's it for that. But tell me, explain that one. And yes, this comes with the game. If I want to know an explanation, you gotta tell me an explanation.
Kyrie now I would take over Tatum because Kyrie
That's a hot
now
take.
I would trust more in the fourth quarter over Tatum.
I mean, okay, I kind of get it, but really,
Kyrie's a better shooter. Kyrie's a better handler.
Okay, handler, greatest of all
Kyrie's
time.
a better shooter.
That I guess
He's a better penetrator. Of course, he's a better dribbler. Only thing Tatum does better
what?
than him is he's taller and he can play defense. That's about it. But I don't think Tatum is all defensive.
I didn't say he was all defensive, but he can play two. He plays two sides. He plays two sides. He doesn't be out here bugging. He doesn't
he's a
be
good
tripping.
offensive player and he's respectable on the defensive side.
It's so sad. It's just so sad. But one day in life you will learn.
All I know is I'm telling more and more truth about Tatum. Who won Finals
You're not just because the man didn't play in the Olympics don't mean a thing.
And
you just out here just saying stuff.
I told y'all he wasn't going. When I had Jason Tatum not starting on the Olympic squad, everybody was tripping on me. What? Nah, I told y'all. Tatum is not as good as y'all think he is. He's not LeBron, Steph, KD. And look, Ant-Man is ascending past him. Like all these players are ascending past him. Tatum's going to make a Hall of Fame. He's going to make the Hall of Fame.
This man played great,
but
also
Tatum,
his team.
He's a very good Mitch Richmond. I think that's more.
Whoa!
Right. That's more of his career arc, Mitch Richmond. Like I said,
and that's his tier. I have a lot of respect for him. He's really good.
That's his tier.
Really?
That's his tier. I told you I don't know what y'all see in Tatum. I just don't see it. I don't see it.
You just
give me Jaylen Brown all day, every day. I've been telling y'all, Jaylen Brown is the dog. He's really the alpha.
I give you dog. Because if Jason Tatum had the dog in him, by the way, he had the dog. He didn't have the dog in him, but still was the first Celtic ever to average 30, with Jaylen Brown on his team. But if he did have the dog, oh yeah, I can imagine what it would be like. I mean, it would be even better. He'll be better than what he is now. I will agree. But at the end of the day, he's still the franchise player of the team.
On to the last topic. Get off your table. On to the last topic.
Because I'm just done with the hate, and I just wanted to get this out of the way. I just wanted to get this. I knew I had to talk about him one day. So, okay, so this is the last part, y'all. These last few minutes this is called underrated and overrated. I'm gonna give I don't know why his head's like that. He's being rude, but but no, underrated and overrated. Yeah, I just had to get out the way. So go ahead. But underrated, overrated. I'm gonna give William a scenario, and he's gonna tell me if it's underrated or overrated. So basically, this is gonna be all types of sports, basically. Okay. So overrated, underrated. Will the Chiefs win more than 13 games this year? Is that an overrated statement or an underrated statement?
I say under. I expect him to win 14 to 15 games this year.
You do? Only lose about 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Russell Wilson will have... I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. Russell Wilson will have more than 4,000 yards. Overrated or underrated?
Overrated. Don't get me started about Russell Wilson. Okay, don't get me started. And then Justin Fields look terrible. Don't get me started. Go on to the next topic.
It's just preseason. No one cares. Like, I be out here bugging about preseason. No one takes.
Yeah, I can tell you a Giants fan because y'all already out the playoffs. Ain't nobody caring about y'all. Y'all still got Daniel Jones.
See what happens, y'all? When I just talk about his little team, he want to be mad and he want to go under the belt. I'm already good because I already went under. I already, went. I just know. So it's all good. But don't worry. Definitely
over. Definitely over.
Oh, okay. So next one. Okay, for real. Will Justin Jefferson, will he have less than 2,000 yards? Overrated or underrated statement?
Yeah, overrated. He's not gonna get 2,000 only because the quarterback
Really? Oh,
situation.
the quarterback situation. You're right. I think that's why
Because
I mentioned
and
that.
you see JJ McCarthy just got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
He's out, and Sam Darnold.
You're so lame.
The Sam Darnold experiment. We still trying to figure out Sam Darnold's a good football player. That's just.
And he gets all the. I need his agent.
Yeah. I'm trying to tell you, I need his agent because he getting them checks for that trash behind football he be playing. But Sam Darnold.
Will overrated, underrated statement. Will Tua and Tyreek and the Dolphins, will they make the Super Bowl this year? Overrated or underrated statement?
Definitely overrated. Definitely. Look, man. Tua done fleeced Miami out of that money. He done fleeced them out of that money because Tua, once again, when you take away Tua's first read, he doesn't know what to do. And we know he can't throw the ball 40 yards. He can't throw the ball 40 yards. And when you take away his first couple of reads, he has absolutely no idea what to do.
Shout out to Tyreek's greatness, though, even though he be talking that crazy stuff sometimes. The fact that he still gets all his yards. He still gets all his yards with Tua throwing him the ball that he do. I'm just saying.
We got about 20 kids. That child support for the start getting his butt soon. Bruh, use a rubber. Stop. Like, come on, bruh. Like, when do we get to a number? I just really want to ask athletes, what is the number that tells you to stop? What is the number?
When they got that much money, I think they feel like they could pay for it. That's what I think. Because there's just no way. Anthony Edwards almost there too. But anyway,
Anthony Edwards is another one. And he in Minnesota. Where are you finding him in Minnesota? At least Tyreek Hill is in Miami. That makes sense in Miami. Where are you? Where are you finding him in Minnesota? Yeah, I guess so, man. And then it'd be the same look. It'd be the same looking girl. Don't get me on this rant. Don't get me on it. That's why I said that's why I wasn't meant to be a professional athlete, because I would have some sense. That was wrong. That's why.
Woo. Okay. So overrated, underrated statement. Will Juju Watkins, will she, before her college, because she has to play all 4 years. When her college career is over, will she have more career points college wise than Caitlin Clark? Overrated or underrated?
And I've been saying that. I've been saying Juju is going to be.
Don't tell that fan base that, honey.
Juju, exactly. Juju is going to be the GOAT. I said it. She's going to catch Caitlin Clark's record, and it's going to be interesting in 4 years. Are we going to have the same?
Let's knock on wood. We have to make sure she doesn't get, the I word, because obviously that. Because honestly, I think Paige could have been close at least, because she's a great scorer as well. But she's been injured 2 times. She's been injured 2 times out of her 4 years, so that hurt Paige. But but still, but yeah, Juju, I agree. I think Juju is the best. She's like that.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you now. Maybe hot take. I have USC winning the women's championship next year. Really? They got that team loaded. The moves that they made. And getting Afeni from Stanford, and they got I think the number 2 class coming in.
Yeah.
If everyone stays healthy and stays right, I got them winning the championship.
I got them, or something tells me UConn's going to do because they got the number 1 recruit as well. Then Paige is coming back, and then hopefully I think I'm saying her name, Azzy or Az. She always injured as well, but. They look like they will be good. I'm done.
For the record, King Will is not a LeBron James hater. I tell the truth about
Bobby.
LeBron
I said that LeBron deserved the MVP.
I said it too. I said LeBron deserved it. I said there was nothing wrong. I said if I had a vote, I would have split all 3 because I think LeBron, KD, and Steph all had their hands on leading the USC to the goal. LeBron was the more consistent. That is true. They wouldn't have won. They wouldn't have got this far without LeBron. That is absolutely true. Like Anthony Edwards said, Steph Curry just showed up. But I am not a LeBron hater. LeBron is great. He's just number 2.
Okay, look, I'm not trying to start this before we end the show. But overrated and underrated, will the Lakers win more than 50 games this year?
Poor LeBron. Poor
I'm
LeBron.
sorry.
Now, this
I
is why I
just
feel
laughed.
bad for
I
LeBron.
laughed because
I
of
said
Will,
LeBron
y'all.
go from Steph and KD to Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura,
Don't sleep on them.
and
They know how to play when they really show up. When they show
all
up.
right, we're gonna end the show on this. Do you think the Lakers right now on paper gonna make the playoffs or they're in the playing game?
I do. I think they'll make the playoffs. They always make
Lakers
they
gonna
always end up
Lakers
making
gonna
the
Lakers gonna be
playoffs.
in the playing game. Lakers gonna be in the
I
playing game.
mean,
That's that
fine.
roster right now. The Lakers gonna be in the playing game. I'm trying to tell y'all right now, LeBron is just playing to pad up his stats, which ain't nothing wrong, but he's not gonna win another championship. Not with this Lakers team. Not unless they make some move and somehow convince Steph to come to LA or convince KD to come to LA, which I don't think is gonna happen. He's not gonna win a championship at LA. The Anthony Davis, I don't even think I already see LeBron playing so hard in the Olympics. He may not even play a lot in the beginning of the season because he's going to be too burnt out by the end of the season. So, I mean, LeBron's great. He's my personal number 2. I do understand why people have him number 1. I will say this as an MJ fan. What him winning this Olympic MVP at 39 does make it a very tough argument not to have him number 1. I will say that. What he's doing now at this age makes it extremely tough. But I always said, personally to me, I don't like them debates, and Michael Jordan's my number 1.
So. Okay. And then last one, overrated or underrated? It isn't bad. But overrated, underrated, will Joker still be the number 1 player in the world by the end of next year?
Yes. We're in the Jokic era. I keep telling y'all that. Jokic is the number 1 player.
I don't know if this is the era,
league.
but
man, I mean, if you're talking about best player in the league, we're in the Jokic era until Wembanyama take over. I've been telling y'all how great Jokic is. I have him as a top 10 center of all time. I think he's a top 25 player of all time. Denver he's gonna lead them in the playoffs. The question mark really for Denver is going to be Murray and Michael Porter Jr. That's the 2 biggest questions because Murray did not look good. Murray, for some reason, only looks good against the Lakers. I don't know what's his agenda against the Lakers, but against anybody else, he doesn't play good. And Michael Porter Jr., no one wants him, and y'all signed him to that big contract, and he has a bad back. Like, that's going to be the question mark. But Jokic has the game that's going to have him dominate for years because he's already at the fat man game. He's already at the game when you already lose your athleticism. He's already playing that game now, which means he could play another good 10 years like this. But yeah,
that's
Jokic
what it was.
Gonna...
Okay, so sorry, this is the last one. Tim Duncan, Jokic will pass. This was by Jokic for real. Overrated, underrated statement, because people have asked me this. Jokic is already better than Tim Duncan.
I'm gonna say no for now because people really sleep on how good Tim Duncan is, and I've always said
no one sleeps on that man.
Yes, they do, because y'all claim it's a Kobe Bryant era and it's a Tim Duncan era. There was no Kobe Bryant era. It was a Tim Duncan era, and then we led it to the LeBron James era.
No one knows about no darn Tim Duncan era, honey.
Tim Duncan.
No one knows
Tim Duncan was better.
It's not a memorable era. That's why no one talks about it. It's not memorable, and it's okay. It's
y'all
not
Kobe
okay.
Bryant
Kobe's
fans don't want to remember it. Y'all don't want to remember it.
That's not true. They got him a few times, but that's all. That's about it. And then that lockout one against the Knicks people don't even count that one. They say that's like the bubble one.
Tim Duncan was first team All NBA his rookie year. Once again, first team All NBA. That means first team All NBA means you are the 5 best players.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Right? And he finished.
Nah, bro. You can finish it like that.
Y'all Kobe Bryant fans is just mad because Tim Duncan is better than Kobe, and Kobe's not a top 10 player.
No real person believes that. But anywho, but before we go, let me just let y'all know the scripture once again.
Bobby Guy, we can shoot a fade anytime. Michael Jordan's better than LeBron, and I'm gonna die saying that.
The scripture of the day, y'all, is Psalm chapter 27, verse 14. Wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thine heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. So don't forget just to wait on God, even when it seems like life gets tough. And on that, you have anything else to say, William?
Just know I'm always right. All y'all wrong. That's why I'm the king.
Lord. Well, on that note,
hey, y'all know this. Yeah, this is my brother too. All right, y'all. We're gonna be back Thursday. We're gonna really do our NFL show. We're gonna have an NFL more paid attention episode. We're going to talk about Caleb Williams and the Cowboys and CeeDee Lamb on Thursday show. So always don't forget, we always live on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube. If you comment on Facebook and on YouTube, you can actually see your comment live. And when your comment pop up, like Bobby keep telling me he want to fight me over LeBron James, we'll pop your comment up and we'll actually talk about it. We appreciate all y'all that join the show. That join the show. Yes, this guy here.
Love y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day.
Definitely catch us next time. We love y'all and see y'all Thursday.
Jamal Crawford, Manu Ginobili, or Lou Williams.
Manu's Hall of Famer.
Tony shouldn't make it.
Tony, he will be. I bet you he will be.
Lou gotta go.
His team